at the John Deere Classic, and we think we got this thing down.
It's very much just rinse and repeat.
All right, it's not that easy for us or our week-long leader.
I guess you could say that for sure.
On the tee from St. Simons Island, Georgia, please welcome JT Poston.
A familiar face took his swing at a feat we haven't seen in 30 years. But some of golf's best young names look to take a bite out of his lead and dust off a JDC title of their own.
Really hot.
I completely agree. The 19th hole usually leaves you wanting more and more. So we put the best golf photographers in the game to work. I know what you're thinking. Gimme the best coverage of the John Deere Classic. We got you covered. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. The 19th hole starts right now.
Now from your official station for the John Deere Classic, welcome to the 19th hole on WQAD News 8. The 19th hole set is provided by Uncommon Ground.
Welcome to the last 19th hole of 2022, where we officially have a new John Deere Classic champion. He's a name we've talked a lot about. JT Poston winning for the second time on tour this afternoon, and doing so and accomplishing something that hasn't happened in 30 years.
Yeah, Poston was our leader every step of the way, becoming the first wire-to-wire winner since 1992.
But it's never easy. Let me take you through a magical Sunday here at Deere Run.
Please welcome JT Poston.
JT Poston entered Sunday at Deere Run with a 3-shot lead and as your odds-on favorite to win the John Deere Classic. And he looked the part early on. On one, it's Poston from 112 yards out, sticking it 2 feet from the cup. An opening hole birdie gets him to 20 under par and 4 shots ahead of the field. On two, that hot start continues. Check out the 29-year-old's third shot on the par 5. The chip checks up perfectly. And once again, he's just 2 feet from birdie. Poston makes that putt and another birdie on 3. 3 straight birdies gets Poston to 22 under and feeling pretty good.
Yeah, that was the game plan, was to try and build the lead at the turn, and so that was a dream start to do that.
But a pair of bogeys on 5 and 6 brings Poston back to 20 under, allowing a few others to make a run at the top.
The golf course was playing a little tougher today. The greens were a little firmer than the last few days, so you just made it a little tougher to get it close to the hole, and you really had to be sharp with your distance control.
On 10, it's Emiliano Grillo with a chance at eagle from 46 feet away. He just misses, but taps in for birdie to get to 19 under and just 1 shot back. Then on 15, it's Christian Bezudenhout heating up with the flat stick. The 22-footer for birdie gets him to 17 under. The Argentinian would get as close as 2 shots back, and Poston knew he had company.
I was watching the leaderboards a little bit, but I kept telling, I had a general idea of where I stood, but I kept telling myself, just try and keep making good golf swings, hit it in the right spots, don't make any mistakes, and I knew I had some birdie holes in the back 9.
After 10 straight pars, Poston knew he had to make a move late. On the par 5 17th, it's the North Carolina native taking aim at the green in 2. The strong second shot would give him a chance at eagle. Poston would eventually knock in the 5-footer for birdie to get him back to 21 under and give him some much-needed breathing room.
I wanted to make birdie there so that I could play 18 and make par and get out.
JT Poston.
With a 3-shot lead on 18, Poston knew another par would be more than good enough. The 29-year-old taps in on 18. It's a round 4 69 for Poston, and he's your 2022 JDC champion at 21 under par.
JT Poston, the 2022 John Deere Classic champion. How does that sound?
Oh, it sounds amazing. It's nice to get another win and kind of get the monkey off the back a little bit, to say the least.
The three-shot victory also makes Poston a wire-to-wire winner this week at Deere Run. He becomes the first golfer to accomplish that since David Frost way back in 1992.
It is hard to do. It's something that I've never done in any of my junior or college career, really.
Now Poston celebrates his second victory on tour.
We're going to have a couple beers, a couple cocktails tonight, and just kind of decompress.
At a place that fits the North Carolina native just right.
And I really haven't played very well here in years past up until this year, but still every year I feel like I've had a lot of support from some of the fans and the community here. So it's nice to come here and play well and get a win, and you know, I look forward to coming back every year.
JT will now make his way over the pond in a few weeks. He does qualify for the Open Championship coming up in just 2 weeks.
Now, the other two spots for the British Open went to the two runners-up, Christiana Bezuidenhout and Emiliano Grillo. They'll both coming up 3 shots short in today's John Deere Classic. Bezuidenhout would have a nice final round. This birdie on 8 from 8 feet would be one of his 5 on the day. He carves a bogey-free round of 66, putting him tied for second and getting one of those British Open spots. The other person is Emiliano Grillo, the Argentinian, challenged for the lead and his second PGA win. He would have a look at eagle on 17. It comes up short, settling for another birdie, finishing his tournament 18 under, but does get that spot in the British Open.
I wouldn't put the Open as top 3 goals for this week, but it's definitely nice. It's a bonus. Didn't say I get to go home first, recharge batteries, and then I'm heading to the Open Championship in St. Andrews. That's very special. It's top 3 places to play golf in the world, and I am definitely looking forward to it.
I mean, I was pretty close with my world ranking going into this week, so I knew the cutoff was tomorrow, so I needed a good solid week, either qualifying through the top 3 here or through my world ranking. So I'm pleased to have done that, and I'm pleased to have secured my spot there.
Let's take a look at our last Blackhawk Bank and Trust leaderboard from 2022. And there's your champion at the top, JT Poston at 21 under par. Emiliano Grillo, I should say, and Christian there in second place at 18 under par. Scott Stallings and Chris Gotterup in fourth place, 17 under. Denny McCarthy and Callum Tarrin, sixth place at 16 under par.
2012 John Deere Classic champion, Zach Johnson.
And fan favorite Zach Johnson started his final round bright and early this morning. Cedar Rapids native seemed close to breaking through this week, but today was far from his best. After 3 straight rounds in the 60s, Zach, with just 2 birdies on the day to go along with 3 bogeys and a double, lines up to a 3 over 74. Zach finishes this year's JDC at 5 under, tied for 60th place as he heads to St. Andrews coming up in a couple of weeks.